So somehow, coming back Mammoth Pass, we ended up on the wrong little trail and ended up cutting off like 0.6 of actual PCT. And because we are purists, we've decided to go back and get that little 0.6 and then come back to camp. We made it back. That's the trail we took. Intact. Yes, our purity is intact. And this is the route that we took to Mammoth, and this is the PCT. Mammoth was actually a really cool place to zero. My favorite thing about it was, well, it was hiker friendly. They had a nice little outfitter, good food, in this like little village area that had a bunch of restaurants. But even though it was all spread out, they had this trolley that you could ride from Mammoth Pass to, you know, all over Mammoth. So it was just really nice not having to walk around and rack up a bunch of miles on our 0 day. So last night we had a fire as usual, and this time I remembered to pack out s'mores, and Mark, who is from Australia, had never had s'mores before, so
yeah, my journey is complete now.
And Dibs, I think, has packed out some kind of popcorn, so we might get to do that tonight. You know, little things like that to just kind of boost morale. I feel like every time I pass a body of water, I'm like looking for the best place to cross it now. Even if I don't have to, it's like just an exercise now that is automatic in my mind. I can see myself, you know, 10 years from now being like, look children, if you were to cross this creek, where would be the safest place to do it? And they're gonna be like, oh my God, I wish she had never hiked the PCT. That would be a good place to cross, on that log right there, if we had to cross it. Today has been wonderful so far. Started off with a great breakfast at Red's Meadow after only doing like 2 to 3 miles, and just took a long lunch break, and our stuff was kind of damp because we slept next to a creek last night, so let it all air dry out, took a little nap, and my ankle's doing, it feels a little bit better having this compression sleeve on, but I'm not the only one suffering foot issues here in the Sierras. Butters, his feet, I guess, got so used to being wet, and I mean, we all let them air dry out during the day during our breaks and stuff, but since he was in town for a couple of days and they were completely dry, his feet started cracking on the bottom, and so he's got like basically what's like open cuts on the bottom. One foot's worse than the other, but so it's just some of the things that you deal with. You know, it's like all your friends are like, oh, you're going on this backpacking trip, thinking like, oh, you're gonna be camping for 5 or 6 months, and it's like, no, it's more like I'm gonna be torturing my body for 5 to 6 months. But today we've been low enough in elevation that even though we've had some creek crossings and had our feet in some water, we have not had our feet in any snow yet. This is what I deserve for bragging right at the end of the day. Get to go over snow. This is a sign that Mark is ahead of me because he's always doing his snow cones. So when I find a hole in the snow like this, I'm like, yep, it's a Mark track, he's ahead. I've never done one of these before. That is so cool. That is so exciting. Put that one down. So I got up a little bit earlier than normal this morning because we're trying to pull like a 21 to 22 mile day, and I didn't get up in time to make real coffee, so I made a cold Mio coffee drink and tried to pretend it was real coffee. And my ankle's hurting, my knee's hurting, everything's hurting. And I don't know, just kind of feeling like down in the dumps and just blah. Then, as I was walking through this little wooded area here, I started following a deer. Saw him, he was a little spike. Followed him about half mile before the trail cut out another way, and I don't know, it was just like one of those reminders that a bad day on trail is still better than a good day at work. And I had a section hiker tell me that that most people don't do great things because most great things don't feel great while you're doing them. So I guess that's true in a lot of ways. But anyway, so I'm gonna make today a good day because it should be. And see, I just dropped my breakfast Fig Newton in the stream, and I'm not even gonna be mad because I saw pretty deer this morning. Well, here is Island Pass. This nice view. It's very easy, and wouldn't even known we were on a pass except for Gut Hooks told us that this is Island Pass. What you looking at? Oh, I see a little chipmunk down there. This is the trail leading to Donahue Pass. Here is the last of Donahue. Not bad on this side. There's a ranger checking permits. The law. Just crossed into Yosemite. Permit required. And you busted it. So something else interesting happened today, and I've been debating on whether or not to share it because it's kind of gross, but I mean, this is the world of through hiking, and if y'all want to know what it's really like, well, I woke up this morning and realized I really had to go number 2, and probably waited a little longer than I should have. So when I climbed out of my tent and was like running to go find somewhere to hide, I crapped my pants. Yep, I did. It wasn't a whole lot, it wasn't much, but just enough to officially have done it. And most of the through hikers I know have at some point, but I never did on the AT. It's part of through hiking apparently, so something to look forward to if you are planning for a through hike in the future.